will stride across their bones, and all of existence shall be mine.
Hey there, quirky folks! I am your host, Anna, and today we're going to look into the biggest DC battle ever. You've loved our video on Superman versus Black Adam. But what if Black Adam were to take on the biggest, baddest villain of the DC universe? Does he have what it takes to beat Darkseid? Well, Dwayne Johnson has been claiming this since forever.
The hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change.
If you ask him, then he'd definitely tell you Black Adam can beat Darkseid for sure. But the recent comics confirm that Black Adam knows how tough it is to beat Darkseid. In 2022's latest Black Adam comic series, Black Adam got to fight the Lord of Apocalypse in the very first issue. Darkseid offered Black Adam to team up with him on the Path of Darkness. But Black Adam turned the offer down and struck at him using his godly powers. And guess what? He won quite convincingly. Darkseid actually appeared to have died. But everyone, including Black Adam, is aware that Darkseid cannot be beaten so easily. Adam understood that this was an illusion of Darkseid's minion Darkseid. He asked Darkseid where the real Darkseid was so he could kill the supervillain. And the comic book readers are still awaiting their true battle to happen. But before that happens, we're going to do a little comparison of our own and determine a possible result. Let's analyze these two one by one. First, we've got Darkseid. Over time, Darkseid became one of the new gods of the DC universe. The new gods have evolved into beings of genetic stability and evolutionary perfection. That's because they took powers from other universal gods. So, Darkseid's physiology provides him lethal strength. In his true form, his strength is truly unmatched. Really, none of the beings in the universe can come close to matching his raw power. Even Superman's strength might be a little shy of Darkseid. On top of his power, he is immortal. Now, immortality does not mean that Darkseid cannot die. It's just that aging won't kill him. While most characters with super strength are quite durable, Darkseid, on the other hand, is completely invulnerable. He survived the destruction of a planet and remained unfazed by the combined assault of the Justice League. On top of that, his hardcore body can resist any form of energy. So, Superman's heat vision and Atom's lightning might not have the kind of effect they have on others. Even if he does endure an effective hit, his physiology allows him to regenerate quickly. And despite his gigantic size, his combat speed is quite scary. Darkseid possesses a cosmic energy field called the Omega Effect. This is the core from which he gains his other powerful abilities. With the Omega energy field, he can fire concentrated beams from his eyes called the Omega Beams. He can lock on its target to ensure the Omega Beams never miss. And these beams are much more lethal than Superman's heat vision. His opponents could literally disintegrate once they come in contact with the Omega Beams. With the Omega Effect, he even gains the ability to levitate or fly. Not only does his body resist energy attacks, but it absorbs them. So, he actually becomes stronger when he is hit by an energy blast. Darkseid's Omega Effect allows him to traverse through time and space at will, allowing him to cross between dimensions. Over the years, we've seen that Darkseid can adjust his size at will. He can grow as massive as someone like the Atom Smasher, and we clearly saw this ability on display in the DC Animated Universe movies. Then there's his telepathy. We've not seen him use this ability as much, but apparently, he is able to telepathically invade the minds of others, even if he is in a separate dimension. While the Justice League might still manage to hold their own against Darkseid on Earth, they just can't beat him on Apokolips. Now enough about Darkseid. Let's look at Black Adam. Initially, Teth Adam was the champion of the wizards, and he got his powers from 6 Greek gods.
The wisdom of Solomon, the strength of Hercules, the stamina of Atlas, the power of Zeus, the courage of Achilles, and the speed of Mercury.
But then, he began to call upon the Egyptian gods for his powers. So, when he yells Shazam, he gets his superhuman stamina and invulnerability from Shu. Thanks to these powers, Adam's body doesn't even produce any fatigue toxins. So he gets limitless physical stamina during battles. His self-sustenance and invulnerability allow him to survive without food, water, or any other things of necessities. Then comes his super speed and the ability to fly, which is granted by the god Horus. Adam's balance and bodily coordination are enhanced to superhuman levels, so he can fly at supersonic speeds and swiftly respond to any attack. Next up, he gets his superhuman strength from the king of Egyptian gods, Amon. With this power, Adam is able to lift tanks with ease, and he can go toe-to-toe with the strongest beings like Shazam or even Superman. Then there's his wisdom, which comes from the Egyptian god of learning, Zehuti. And along with that, he also gets enhanced senses. His sight, hearing, and smell are far greater than any normal human. so he can actually track his enemies across vast distances. Now, let's come to his specialty, which are his lightning abilities. Aton empowers Black Adam with his lightning abilities. He can summon thunder strikes and lightning bolts. He can form an electric shield around himself, and he can project bolts of powerful arcane lightning from any part of his body. Then finally, there's his unmovable courage and resilience, which he gets from the Egyptian snake god Mayhem. Apart from these abilities, Black Adam can also perform various magical spells, and with his magic, he can actually defeat Superman as well.
Magic.
But what about Darkseid? Can Black Adam beat Darkseid? Let's find out, shall we? Black Adam versus Darkseid.
Ready the Armada. We will use the old ways.
Both these characters have been alive for centuries, and they've got so much of battle experience. So, they should really prove to be equals in a battlefield. Darkseid would be phased by Adam's lightning, and Adam would have to fend off his Omega beams. Both of them would be able to match each other blow for blow, and the battle could go on for a long period of time. Black Adam's speed would allow him to land a barrage of attacks, but Darkseid's endurance is on a whole different level. So you'd have to agree that despite the many powers Adam gets from the gods, Darkseid would have more chances of winning. In his lifetime, he has defeated many such gods that empower Adam. And to top all that, he has the new gods and an army of parademons by his side. Then there's his best weapon, that is the anti-life equation.
Anti-life is found, Assad.
He could use it to raise another army of superpowered beings against Black Adam. When it comes to fighting one-on-one in a match of raw strength, the fight could go either way. But Darkseid would still have more chances of winning. I'd say that Darkseid would win 7 times out of 10, while Black Adam would win the other 3 times. After all, Death Adam can be depowered and become mortal, but Darkseid's strength and immortality are permanent. So to truly defeat this supervillain, Adam might have to team up with the likes of Superman and even Shazam. This is something that I'd love to watch on the big screen in the DCEU. So here's an idea that I propose. After his solo movie, Black Adam should probably team up with the JSA or the Suicide Squad to take on the Justice League. Then in the third crossover event, they should all unite against the forces of Darkseid that were teased in Zack Snyder's Justice League. This way, we could get all the Black Adam matchups we crave. A Black Adam versus Superman moment would come in. Black Adam could fight Shazam. And then we'd have Black Adam taking on Darkseid by teaming up with Superman. Won't that be amazing? What do you guys think? Let us know your thoughts and ideas for DCEU's future in the comments. And hit the like and subscribe buttons if you agree that Darkseid is stronger than Black Adam. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.